What is up, everyone? This is Simon Sejas, and I'm here at my house playing around with some new gear that I have, testing out the audio, and I'm going to share with you a mic I just barely picked up. It's the Rode Podmic, and I've been waiting to get my hands on this bad boy. I finally get opportunity to pair the Podmic with my Rodecaster Pro, and that's what I wanted from the very beginning, but I wasn't able to get my hands on the Podmic because they were out of stock for the longest time. Fast forward a year and a half, 2 years later, and I finally get my opportunity to play around with it. Yeah, and here it is right here. I also have the foam windscreen that comes from Rode also. I put it right over the microphone to be able to keep the plosives down to a minimum and also to give me kind of a little bit more fuller sound. So, yeah, I'm using it paired up with this foam windscreen, and I have everything running into the Rodecaster Pro, as you can hear, and then I also have a direct line going out of the Rodecaster Pro and going into my Canon R6. That way, I can have a direct audio from the Rodecaster Pro into the Canon R6, recording directly to the video, which I'm recording right now. I have the internal audio on the R6 all the way down to being one notch to being off. That way, I'm pretty much bypassing any of the internal preamps on the R6, and I'm getting all the full audio glory coming from the Rodecaster Pro and this microphone that I'm using right now. So, what do you guys think? Does it sound good? Hopefully, it does sound good. Yeah, this is just a taste test of what is to come with this bad boy. Hopefully, it does very, very nicely for me when I am wanting to get online and maybe do some vlogs, maybe do some podcasting. Hopefully, I can get some podcasting done. What I need to do is get someone interesting to come sit down and talk with me, and maybe we can have a little convoy, little conversation, you know what I'm saying, and to be able to do something really nice. So, on to what is coming up very soon in the near future. So, in the meantime, I am going to have to get as much rest and recovery as possible because I've been dealing with some major, major migraines. They've just been hitting me on a daily basis. So much so that it's affecting me in pretty much everything right now. So I had to take a little break from work. But I'm here at my house and I'm trying to do the best I can to deal with it. And one thing at a time. I'm going to get to the bottom of this. I'll be seeing a doctor soon in the next few days just to make sure everything is okay. But yeah, it really hits very, very hard. Well, I'm going to be getting back to the migraine thing. January 10th, I'll be in a class, Casey Neistat's class for filmmaking, and maybe migraines might be a topic that I can make a video about and shed light on, and maybe try to help others out there that are dealing with crazy migraines because, man, I would not wish this type of pain that I get from these migraines, I wouldn't wish it upon anybody. It's just the most excruciating pain that lasts, like it could last for freaking hours and even days. Um, and it's just a pain that's just there and it won't go away. And sometimes it gets uh, so difficult to where, I had to go to the ER, and it's pretty scary. There was at points at times I was literally on the ground, curled up in a ball, like trying to like keep my eyes from seeing any type of light because any type of sensitive noise and light was affecting me and making it amplify by 10 or 20. The crazy thing is for me, my left side of my head, right? It feels like I could, before a migraine starts to set in, I can tell it's about to come because my nose kind of gets it feels like a little tingling, burning sensation right here in the upper part of my nose when I breathe. And then from there, it hits the back of my eye, but then also it starts swelling up on the side of my head where the veins are at. So it feels really like a spider web starting to pulsate. And then it starts getting tighter. And then it feels like someone's starting to dig around with a spoon or stab around in the back of my eye. And then everything starts getting tight. And then I can feel the pulse on the side of my head. And then from there, anyone that's speaking or light or anything that it just gets amplified like tenfold right off the bat, and to the point where I get debilitated and where I can't really move, I can't really see straight or function. It's 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 so bad. I I thought I had gotten it in check um, a couple years back, uh, but I don't know. It just came out of nowhere again, and I'm trying to figure out what it is that's triggering these migraines, especially to be this constant. I've never had the migraines stay this constant on a daily basis, going for days on end. This has been already like 2 weeks already that I've been battling with these things, and it's it's really got in the way with having to do normal things throughout the day. So yeah, I'm gonna have to press the reset button for myself and try to get to a point where I can get it under control. And it's all going to start with proper sleep, staying hydrated, proper eating schedule, making sure that I'm eating the proper foods. And I'm going to have to do a process of elimination to see what it is that's contributing to these episodes. I did in October have to deal with COVID, and maybe the ramifications or the after effects of COVID could be a possible implication of these migraines coming back. One of the things with COVID is that it saps your oxygen out of your body, right? Out of your blood cells and out of your body. And then uh, it accelerates and makes your heart rate go through the roof. Okay. And also, staying hydrated is really hard too. You have to make sure you're always constantly staying hydrated. And then, but with that being in mind, it seems like any little slight movement when you have COVID, it just makes your freaking heart rate go up, boom, boom. So now that COVID has passed through my body, I still think there's like some after effects of it, and possibly anyone that can relate to me with getting COVID possibly has the same type of symptoms where you feel super tired and feel like you're exerting your energy when you're trying to do normal things. I think that's one of the after effects or side effects of COVID, long COVID, and one of the symptoms. So trying to figure that out. I think maybe when I'm working, I'm moving at a fast pace. Usually, I like to move at a real fast pace and keep a steady pace. Maybe me working and moving at a certain pace is aiding to me triggering a migraine attack. So maybe that might be it. And maybe my body is stressing with me not even knowing it. I'm overstressing it from doing just normal activities or doing normal work things and stuff. And yeah, right now I can't really say what and pinpoint what it is. But once I see the doctors and they're able to run some tests on me, then I'll be able to come back and be able to fully understand what is going on and possibly just get this under control, because it really is really, really disheartening. And it's a horrible feeling having to deal with this and just having a constant pain in your head. It's really hard to describe. I try to do the best of describing it, but even that, like right now, I feel like it's about to come on right now, but I'm trying to keep myself speaking. It seems like when I speak at times too, I keep it in check, but I could already feel on the sides of my head it about ready to occur. But like I said, even at times too, when it hits really hard, my face starts tingling, gets numb, my head gets numb. It's kind of scary. Yeah, it makes you feel like that type of pain is not going to go away, and you're just like, is something going to happen? Am I going to even make it through it? But yeah, I'm here to just shed light on it maybe that might be the one of the videos I make for when I do the Casey Neistat film school, because it's going to be coming on the 10th. It's going to be like a whole month long. So we'll see how that works out. And we'll see. Hopefully, I can make something positive out of this and be able to help many others along the way. I did speak to my dad yesterday, or was it the day before yesterday? It was. I would just say yesterday. I talked to my dad yesterday, and he was able to find a migraine medicine that is a newer medicine that had barely been rolled out. And what it does is it blocks a certain protein that triggers the migraines that occur. So it's something that when the migraine is about to happen, that you take the medicine and then it just somehow blocks this certain protein. I forgot what the protein is called, but the migraine from occurring, and then me being able to be normal and not have to hide in a dark room somewhere where I'm isolated and not being around anybody. So yeah, that's it right now. I mean, that's where I'm at right now. I'm gonna have to take a month off from work, and just maybe try to occupy my time with maybe trying to do videos. But and at least I'll be home. If I were to get hit with a migraine, I'll be able to not be around people and not have to worry about trying to drive with a migraine going on. It got so bad the other day that I had to stay in my car away from everything. But even then, I felt like everything was amplifying it. But it got so bad I couldn't even drive. I had to have my girl pick me up and drive the car home. And yeah, yeah. See, I can kind of feel it already. Yeah, it gets really bad. But that's what's going on in a nutshell for me. Hopefully everything will be okay. And like I said, maybe it might just be a stress, unknown stress, like I said, on my body that I don't even know is occurring. We'll see. We'll see what happens. I was thinking it couldn't be stress from the holidays. I wasn't really stressing too much, but you never know, man. Any type of stress, whether it's like any type of stress could possibly aid to this. But right now, there's like a handful of things I think it could be. I'm thinking might be some type of food. It might be my resting pattern being thrown off, and then like overworking my body. Getting the stress on my body. It could be from the COVID, and there's a bunch of different factors. So I have to take all those things in mind, and then hopefully everything will be okay. But with that being said, I guess that's it for right now. This is a test of my Rode Podmic. How does it sound? Hopefully it sounds good. I do need to practice on making sure that I don't use fillers when I'm speaking, and to be able to just pause before I say anything, because it makes a big difference when people hear someone speaking and they don't use filler words. It's better to just be silent through the whole thing. See, I said right now. It's better to be silent before I speak rather than using but, so, da, 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 da. You know what I'm saying? But yeah, anywho, this is Simon Sejas, and I am going to be signing off right now. I appreciate you guys listening in. Hopefully everything will work out fine for me. And like I said, this is something that I need to get in check. Hopefully everything's going to be okay. I am trying to hope for the best, and hopefully it isn't anything worse than what I'm thinking. So I just got to be optimistic and continue to pray, and just hopefully everything's going to work out. So, all right, guys, that should be it for right now. I'll talk to you guys later. Peace.